Good morning. Big thanks for joining us on the AM News on ITV. I am Philip Omo-Gyupo. A wave of fear swept through the Yekogba area of Benin City on Tuesday following a disturbing incident of mob violence involving students of Yekogba Secondary School. 16-year-old Osarabo Ewawan was allegedly beaten to death. The attack also left 17-year-old Osamudiame Kayode injured, while another boy reportedly remains unaccounted for. The incident prompted swift action from law enforcement agents, resulting in the arrest of several students on Wednesday. Crime correspondent Jolade Ojo reports.
The tragic incident, which occurred after school hours, is under investigation. However, unconfirmed reports suggest a dispute over a girlfriend may have triggered the assault. Family members of the victims reportedly led officers of the Yekogba Police Division to the school, resulting in the arrest of several students suspected to have been involved. While accounts differ, the elder brother of the deceased, Lester Evoma, who spoke off camera, explained that Osarabo, who attended a nearby private school and was not enrolled at Yekogba, was invited by his friend Osamudiame Kayode, who reportedly had a quarrel with some students the previous day, to accompany him to collect his NECO slip. Shortly after receiving the slip and preparing to leave, the boys were suddenly ambushed by a group of students. Father of the surviving victim, Oriaki Kayode, also shared his son's harrowing account of the assault and the injuries he sustained.
The thing I know rich now is my son say want to go collect the shot card for NECO for a bull. The next thing when they come back, they beat him where they beat him. I rush and go hospital.
The State Commissioner for Education, Padi Yamo, and State Commissioner of Police, Monday Agbonika, who visited the Yekogba Police Division, secured the release of the apprehended students. They urged parents to pay closer attention to their wards to prevent such tragic incidents from recurring and assured the public of the police command's commitment to apprehending the suspects involved and uncovering the truth.
The police is carrying out their investigation. That's why the children are here to give useful statements so that we can nip it in the bud to avoid a reoccurrence. So right now, I think the information they have given, the police will work on it while the children return back to their classroom.
We already suspect that these children are beginning to engage in gang activities. We cannot encourage that. We will not allow it to continue. That is why we want to fish out the particular students that are involved in this.
From Benin, Jolade Ojo, ITV News.
The governor of Edo State, Senator Mando Okpebholo, has inaugurated and handed over 5 patrol vehicles to the Nigerian Correctional Services to aid speedy dispensation of justice across the state. The brief ceremony was witnessed by the Chief Judge of Edo State, Justice Daniel Okumbowa, Controller of Corrections in Edo State, Secretary to the State Government, Uma Musa Ikilo Esquire, and other top government officials. Kingsley Uchebu has more.
Amen. Thank you, Excellency.
The donation of the vehicles followed an appeal by the State Correctional Services for logistics to fast-track prosecution of suspects to ensure speedy dispensation of justice. Governor Okpebholo said the vehicles are part of his administration's policy of ensuring speedy dispensation of justice, which has been challenged with poor logistics.
Our center belongs to Edo people. And last time I met the Chief Judge and he told me about your request, which I think it is necessary, because if you don't take prisoners to court, how would they get justice? It's not possible. So this is in reaction to his request.
Receiving the vehicles, Control of Corrections in Edo State, Sunday Akere, commended Governor Okpebholo for his investment in the speedy dispensation of justice in the state. Chief Judge of Edo State, Justice Daniel Okumbowa, described the gesture as a milestone in the administration of justice in the state, especially in transporting suspects.
When I visited the Chief Judge, I made a request to him, and when he was seeing you, he accordingly presented this matter to you.
A great day in the history of corrections and administration of justice in Edo State. For a very long time, the corrections have been complaining that they had difficulty in transporting suspects and defendants to court. And I recall that on my last jail delivery exercise, the controller made some requests which I forwarded to His Excellency. and in his magnanimous character, he has graciously answered us, and he has provided these losses behind us.
Kingsley Uchebu, ITV News.
Edo State government says it will provide an enabling environment for all investment and multinationals in the state to thrive. The State Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, stated this during the appearance of 2 oil companies before the State Boundary Committee in Government House, Benin City. Deborah Ogbefun has more.
The interface between the Edo State Boundary Committee and Pan Ocean Oil Corporation Nigeria Limited and New Cross Exploration and Production Limited is for the committee, which held behind closed doors, to hear directly from the 2 companies in the area of corporate social responsibilities on their host communities. Briefing journalists on the outcome of the meeting, the State Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Idahosa, who is the chairman of the Edo State Boundary Committee, says the meeting is geared towards encouraging investors in line with the economic drive of the Monday Okpebholo-led administration.
For us in Edo, we are encouraging all the investors to come in and invest in Edo State. And the easy ways of doing business in line with the economic drive of Executive Governor of our state, Distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, is top-notch.
He explained that the state government is doing everything within its power to resolve all boundary issues between other states as a way of creating an enabling environment for businesses to thrive.
I want to encourage all Edo citizens that His Excellency is doing so much in the area of infrastructure to give accessible road to major companies and communities, and also is ensuring that there is security of life and property across the state.
Some committee members, who include the Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of the state, Roland Otaru, SAN, Honorable Patrick Ikariali, and Patrick Obayagmo, said the state government is doing so much in the area of security and infrastructural development, such as roads, to attract investors.
He's doing a lot to ensure that investors come to Edo State.
Security of life and property of the people under the same agenda is the top priority.
This committee shall continue to explore all democratic means to ensure that Edo State, under no circumstances, will hold the short end of the stick.
In Government House, Benin City, Deborah Ogbefun, ITV News.
In a bid to combat security challenges within the maritime domain, the Flag Officer Commanding Central Naval Command, Rear Admiral Suleiman Ibrahim, has flagged off Operation Ebitoro at the Nigerian Ports Authority, Warri Delta State. The exercise aims at enhancing maritime security, strengthening inter-agency cooperation, and ensuring the safety of lives and property within Nigeria's waterways. Warri correspondent Benga Ahmed, who monitored the exercise, has details.
A round of applause.
That was the flag-off ceremony of exercise Ebitoro, which means sea protection in the Ijaw language, conducted by the Flag Officer Commanding Central Naval Command, Rear Admiral Suleiman Ibrahim. Rear Admiral Ibrahim said the exercise is designed to sharpen the Navy's operational readiness in collaboration with other security agencies, ensuring the protection of national infrastructure within the maritime domain.
Exercise Ebitoro is designed to sharpen our operational readiness, improve our response capabilities, and enhance the synergy of all participating units and agencies. The exercise will involve a series of coordinated drills at sea and alongside ashore, including protection of critical national assets.
Earlier, the officer in charge of naval tactics of the Central Naval Command, Rear Admiral Kabir Tanimu, stated that the aim and objective of the exercise is to sustain maritime security at sea.
And its primary objective of the exercise is to sustain credible presence at sea in order to create a secure maritime environment for national prosperity in line with the CNS strategic directives.
Officers of the Central Naval Command later demonstrated their counter-operational capabilities to the audience in line with the directive of the Chief of Naval Staff to rid Nigerians' waterways of sea pirates, oil thieves, and other criminal activities. From Warri, Gbenga Ahmed, ITV News.
The governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, has inaugurated a block of 50 lock-up shops built by the chairman, Eastern Central Local Government, Honorable Calvin Iyere, at Irua Market. The reconstructed 50 lock-up shops followed the demolition of the previous dilapidated 22 lock-up shops to give the market a facelift. Kingsley Uchegbu has dated.
The new blocks of shops at Irua Market was inaugurated on behalf of Governor Okpebholo by the state APC chairman, Jarrett Denebe, accompanied by the party senatorial leader, General Cecil Esekaibo retired, Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Barrister Paul Onbamu, Deputy Chairman of Edo APC, Sylvester Aibobo, Commissioner for Fiscal Planning, Urban and Regional Development, Saloki Esegbe, and the Argon Chairman and Chairman Esako East Local Government Area, Sonny Ebesin. They commended the Local Government Council Chairman, Honorable Kevin Iyere, for his developmental strides, modeled after Senator Monday Okpebholo's Shine Agenda.
We have a chairman who is also supporting him from what I have seen here and the number of projects that he has done.
And you will represent the people to work. Let us see the job that you are doing. And I saw this your map. There is virtually no place, no world that you have not gone to.
So many projects across the local government. Argon chairman, you have to communicate to across the local government chairman, all the 18 local government chairmen. They must take governance back to the people.
What dividends of democracy is all about. The governor said, just like the way he is working in Benin, he wants to see our council chairman also be working in various local government councils.
Chairman, Esan Central Local Government Area, Honorable Kevin Iyere, said the project marks a turning point in the commerce of the local government area.
In a bid to borrow a name from the local vision of making Edo State great, the urgent need to beautify the rural populace in terms of enhancing trade and commerce. I swiftly commence the process of the construction of this project and many others for the general well-being of our people.
Kingsley Uchegbu, ITV News.
Church of God Mission International, Ogbogwe Provincial Headquarters, has held its annual Harvest Thanksgiving service with the theme Thanksgiving of Bountiful Harvest. The celebration took place at the premises of the provincial headquarters, Ogbogwe, with guests from across Edo State and beyond in attendance. Oluwafemi Farayola has details.
It was a joyous atmosphere at Church of God Mission International, Ogbogwe Provincial Headquarters, as worshippers converged for this year's Harvest Thanksgiving. Members, including men, women, youth, children, and families, filed out in colorful Thanksgiving processions, dancing to the altar in appreciation for divine preservation and progress in their lives. In his sermon, the guest preacher, Reverend Abraham Ogbonwondo, said Thanksgiving should be a habit that must be cultivated by all Christians, stressing that such practice attracts favor and blessings from God.
That we are alive is something to be grateful to God. That you sleep and wake up is something to be grateful to God.
Families also presented diverse harvest items, reinforcing the theme of bountiful harvest. Special presentation was presented by PFN Chairman Ovia Southwest, Pastor Charles, to the province pastor, the provincial pastor, Reverend David Haruna, and some members comment.
It is really a good thing to give God thanks. The Thanksgiving is the greatest of all that we have ever had since the history of this church.
God has given us another grace to celebrate this year, 2025 Thanksgiving. We have celebrated this year and it has been very, very wonderful.
I am very happy for this Thanksgiving. The grace and the roof you used to cover all our members.
There were special rendition of songs from children choir, adult choir, and good women. Oluwafemi Falayola, ITV News.
Congratulatory messages have started to pour in for the Vice Chancellor, University of Benin, Professor Edoba Omoige, SAN, on the occasion of his 1 year in office. William Siyama has more.
Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics, University of Benin, Professor Victor Oge Igbeneweka, the Osayuanoba of Benin, in a congratulatory message, highlighted remarkable areas of progress recorded by the current administration in Unibe under the leadership of Professor Edoba Omoige SAN. The Osayuanoba of Benin outlined the landmark achievements to include protection of Unibe land from further encroachment into university land at Ute Community, Site B, safeguarding the institution's rightful boundaries, revitalization of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, rebuilding of the abandoned Faculty of Veterinary Medicine complex, including hostels. Professor Igbeneweka expressed delight that the faculty has received full NUC accreditation and a modern veterinary teaching hospital has been established within the rebuilt faculty. He assured Encomium Vice Chancellor Professor Omoigi for the transformation of exams and records unit to a full directorate, elevation of the postgraduate school to a college of postgraduate studies, resulting in significant growth in student enrollment and timely graduation. According to Professor Igbeneweka, the Osayuanoba of Benin, Professor Omoigi, after over 10 years without recruitment, secured federal government approval for new staff employment, beginning with the appointment of 500 new personnel, construction of major federal infrastructure developments within 1 year in office, which include the ongoing Senate building and introduction of electric keke vehicles to enhance intercampus transportation. Professor Igbeneweka said the accomplishments achieved within 1 year in office are worthy of celebration. From Benin, William Siyama, ITV News.
The Benin Traditional Council has insisted that Ogbeson is a quarter in Igwosho, the Nebudin village in Ovia Northeast local government area, Edo State. This is contained in a letter signed by the Secretary of the Benin Traditional Council, Frank Irabo, in response to a request by the legal advisor to Igwosho, the Nebudin village, Sir Edward Abangbe of Abangbe Law Firm. Irabo stated that the decision on the status of Ogbeson as a quarter in Igwosho, the Nebudin was stated in a letter drafted 4th November 2021, where the Odionwe of Igwosho the Nebudin was mandated to oversee all the quarters in the village, including Ogbeson. It added that the decision was further reaffirmed by the palace on the 4th of November 2025, when both parties appeared before the chiefs in the palace. Elders and youths of Ikpe community have cautioned one Desmond Idele, popularly known as Sir White, to desist from parading himself as the Okaigele of Ikpe community in Ikpobawaka local government area, Edo State. The call was made during an emergency meeting of the elders, who described as worrisome the alleged attempt by Desmond Idele to assume the position of leader of the youths known as Okaigele. Patience Usaogiwa has more.
Troubled by what they described as constant threats to the lives and property in Ikpe community, allegedly by the self-acclaimed Okaigele Desmond Idele, also known as Sir White, the elders, including the acting Odionwe, Pa Moses Agbonfo, appealed to the Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpewolo, and the Benin monarch, Oba Ewa II, to urgently call him to order. According to them, it is disturbing that Desmond Idele continues to parade himself as Okaigele when the tenure of Alex Alele, popularly known as Akobe, duly acknowledged by the Oba of Benin during the reign of the late Odionwe, has not elapsed and the acting Odionwe has not been sworn in.
Kagele ni wagu madole woni kena mweyo wegwe amazo ni we no te arebo o na lele ya e bandre ya ne honte ye asete ya ne ma se period ni abe kana amugbina de egbe igwe ma be uzala no gbere ya oni an overthrow e o mo no ba ta se bi wo din wa ri awa o igba pe a aduze odion wo we o ma igba pe ana o mo na te Idele Desmond olowa avie ma ona ya hule dion hule igbebu o wi oyo Okaigele.
The elders, however, maintained unanimously that the leadership of Alex Alele has brought relative peace and development to the community and therefore remains the recognized Okaigele of Ikpe. All efforts to get the reactions of Desmond Idele were unsuccessful as several calls put across to him went unanswered. However, Independent Television and Radio intends to get his reaction whenever he is ready to comment on the allegations leveled against him. From Ikpe community in Ikpobaka local government area, Patience Osaugiwa, ITV News.
Watching the AM News on ITV. More stories after this short break. In a bid to combat security challenges within the maritime domain, the Flag Officer Commanding Central Naval Command, Rear Admiral Suleiman Ibrahim, has flagged off Operation Ebitoro at the Nigerian Ports Authority, Warri Delta State. The exercise aims at enhancing maritime security, strengthening interagency cooperation, and of course ensuring the safety of lives and property within Nigeria's waterways. Warri correspondent Benga Ahmed, who monitored the exercise, has more.
Coalition unveiling in Edo State.
The unveiling of the ADC coalition in Edo State attracted political bigwigs, including former governors Chief John Odigye Oyegun, Professor Sareme Osumbo, former members of the National Assembly, who include Senator Egil Zame, Senator Yusa Bremer, Senator Roland Owie, and the chieftain of the ADC, Barrister Kenneth Imaswabo, among others. The ADC chieftains included the National Legal Advisor of the party and the former governor of Edo State, Senator Sareme Osumbo, who represented the national chairman of ADC. Senator David Mark, in their separate remarks, described the coalition as a platform designed to deepen democratic engagement and open the party to wider collaboration.
You need to know how special you are as members of the ADC. Everybody in Edo State, please align, queue up behind this coalition. You and I and those women in that new market are the structures of ADC. We have always been at the vanguard of political renewal, cultural resistance, and national conscience.
The coalition is to rescue Nigeria, is to give hope to Nigerians, is to save Nigerians.
In a speech, State Chairman of African Democratic Congress, Kennedy Odion, while welcoming party members and supporters, declared open party registration in all the ADC secretariats in Edo State. He urged Edo people to feel free to go to any of the party secretariats at the local government and world levels to pick up their ADC cards or directly at the party state secretariat on MMW, Benin City.
We are no longer a bystander watching from the margin. We are builders.
Other members and participants also expressed optimism that the ADC coalition will create opportunities for youths, women, and community groups to actively shape the state's political future. The unveiling committee was thereafter dissolved for further integration into wider leadership structure within the party. From Benin, Donald Ehiminye, ITV News.
That wraps it on the AM News. Thanks for sharing. I am Philip Omo Gupon. Coming shortly is TMI.
certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program Healthy Living. What is the kidney?
The kidney is an excretory organ in the body, which is for metabolism.
Tuberculosis affects many organs in the body, but the common ones it usually affects is the lungs.
Epilepsy is a neurological problem.
Okay.
It is an injury in the brain which causes someone to begin to convulse, to go into fits.
It is curable, but the cure is a long-term thing.
If you eat well and avoid those risk factors that will make your immunity to be down, then the risk of contracting tuberculosis will be reduced.
If you're healthy, then you're wealthy. The man went out to bring in thugs to come and beat her.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, do you think women would have seen that and still want to speak?
Really, we're talking
That's
about...
what I said. So
that's...
when they bullied her,
Yeah.
now, if she's not bold enough, she will shut up.
What is your advice for girls out there that are so desperate to be married?
We women, we have to be really intentional about our parenting.
If you know a child is being abused, or you see signs, a bruise or a child, it has to be investigated.
People barely even breathe when they are going for